Welcome to Basketball Colorado. I'm your host, Matt Langley. Today we spent some time at the Colorado Chaos's annual summer camp, the Colorado Invitational Camp. There were 66 participants at the camp held at Green Mountain High School. The day was a pretty standard day for a camp like this. Some instruction and some skill work in the morning with a talk with parents about recruiting and so on. Then a couple of games before lunch. Then at lunch, another discussion with about recruiting and some other things. This time with players, and then there was 4 games after lunch. Each participant had played in 3 games by 3 games by the end of the day. So they got a good workout in and got some good, basically, when some of these turn into basically like an open run, open gym kind of situation for some of them. So looking back on today as far as what we can take away, one thing is our top flight players have to take these kind of events when it's a small event and they're obviously the best players, that they need to play at a high level and make the other campers or the other participants at the camp kind of step up their game. And they have to really put a stamp on we are the best players here and you have to play up to our level. And we're not going to kind of take, I don't want to say take it off or, take time off or kind of slack off at the camp. But at the same time, there needs to be a certain type of intensity because that's the only way you're going to get better, even in those kind of situations. I thought overall there was a couple of kids that stood out and kind of tried to take it to that next level. I thought the 2020 guard Zion Ruckert from Eagle Crest did a good job of trying to take it to another level. It wasn't a whole lot of people that were going to stay in front of him. In the 2 games that we saw, no one really did. Then another player that we thought stood out was Wade Jones from Cheyenne Mountain, 6'3" guard in the class of 2021. He hit outside shots, mid-range, got to the basket, even had a dunk. So he was playing at a high level in both games that I saw. He didn't slack off at all. And then, I thought there's some others that kind of stood out and kind of separated themselves from the rest of the pack, and we'll talk more about those on basketballcolorado.com when we do our formal write-up of the event. That'll probably be posted sometime on Tuesday. Then, looking quickly over my notes, probably another kid that we'll mention just in this person kind of caught our eye. I'd say Garrett Brown, 6'5", 2021 from George. He caught our eye. He was, he's long, kind of athletic, finished it pretty well around the rim. So he's got a lot of potential there. I think there's still some more there as he kind of gets a little more acclimated, trying to play at a higher intensity. And I think the skill level's there, and it's just a matter of being used to keeping that edge the entire time. So that's kind of our recap. In general, it was a solid event. Not too many kids didn't, they were all, to use a education term, we would say that they were all at least partially proficient at basketball, if not proficient. So no one was unsatisfactory at basketball. So it was a solid camp. I did think some of the top players could have gone up another notch just to kind of say, hey, this is, there's levels to this, and some of you can't match my level. But again, I think that's just something that, some of our players need to be held, I don't want to say accountable for, but say, hey, we notice it. So hopefully they can take that as something that they can work on. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Also, don't forget basketballcolorado.com. We'll have a full written report up on Tuesday. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you later.